It is the biggest private investment in Ohio's history, and NBC4 Investigates has questions about how your tax dollars are being protected. Thanks for staying with us at 5:30. I'm Jared Smalley.
And I'm Jennifer Bullock. Jamie Ostroff was the first to show us a new $600 million grant agreement between Intel and the Department of Development, finalized just last week. But Jamie, a few things stood out in that agreement that you wanted to know more about.
Yes, definitely. So let's start with what we do know. This onshoring agreement promised $600 million for two semiconductor chip plants, or fabs, to be constructed by Intel, as they are doing right now in Licking County, and they have to have them up, running, and fully staffed by the end of 2028. We learned about the construction progress reports that Intel must provide for the state every year beginning next March, as well as requirements that at least 25 construction suppliers have a presence in Ohio and that employees represent the diversity here in Central Ohio. So here's what we didn't see in that agreement. In January 2022, Governor Mike DeWine, Intel CEO Pat Gelsinger, and other dignitaries coined the creation of Silicon Heartland. In exchange for cash incentives, tax credits, and major infrastructure investments, Intel would build a semiconductor chip manufacturing campus in Central Ohio. In October, the Department of Development finalized the job creation tax credit deal with Intel, and the terms of the $600 million cash incentive were finalized in June, a year and a half after the initial announcement.
And it is a good thing that we do have an agreement that does, under certain circumstances, enable the state to get back money if the promises aren't met.
But one thing we learned about during that initial announcement is missing, says Zach Schiller, Research Director for Policy Matters Ohio.
The water reclamation project is $300 million. So where is the agreement covering that $300 million? I don't see it anywhere.
Semiconductor chip manufacturing requires a lot of water. As part of the announcement, Ohio said it would build that $300 million reclamation facility for Intel. I asked the Department of Development whether the state can seek restitution if Intel doesn't deliver on its promise to Ohio. A spokesperson told me a separate agreement, still not finalized, will cover that. Another thing that stands out in the onshoring deal is the timeline. Intel has until the end of 2028 to have two fabs operating with 3,000 employees. But the company has said they expect to be producing chips in 2025.
Why is there that lengthy delay in when this becomes effective?
The Development Department told me the 2025 timeline is for one of the two fabs Intel is building. The 2028 deadline is for the second fab, and in line with the Jobs Creation Tax Credit Agreement. Now, per the onshoring agreement, Intel can ask the state for an extension on that 2028 deadline, and the state can grant it at their own discretion, taking market conditions into account. The agreement even specifically says an example of a market condition that might impact a construction timeline is Intel not getting its expected CHIPS Act funding from the federal government. We'll look into why the state chose that as an example and where CHIPS Act funding stands right now on NBC4 at 6.